10 reasons why millionaires lose their friends. According to The Economist, the average family needs about 14.7 years to amass $1 million in wealth. But how quickly do friends disappear once you have made it big? Why do people who become millionaires reevaluate their friendships and begin dropping some of their former favorites? Check out 10 reasons why millionaires lose their friends to discover this out. Number 1. Everyone is jealous of the millionaire. It's natural to assume that everyone is envious of you and your newfound wealth when you make $1 million. Moreover, it's true that some people might be envious of your financial success, but this isn't universally true. Maintaining positive connections with former friends might be difficult for millionaires who feel like their former counterparts are always envious of their fortune. Keep this in mind for time being. People aren't resentful of your achievements, but they are of their own shortcomings. However, you carry on with your head high because, as we know, we are not responsible for the opinions of others. Number 2. The gap between millionaire and non-millionaire becomes too great. In a TikTok video, Shaggy explains the disconnect. He claims that the chasm widens the closer one gets to $1 million, eventually becoming too great to bridge. As he insists, the only way to close the gap is to come back down. But why? For the simple reason that giving up means surrendering. Therefore, it's imperative that you keep pushing upward. The folks at the bottom have the responsibility of catching up to you. If they don't, you'll have to leave them behind, which leads us to our following issue. Number 3. Millionaire holds more power than their poorer friends. Most multi-millionaires don't have many friends since they tend to get arrogant in their newfound fortune. In an article titled, "Why do the rich have so much power?" the New York Times narrowed its focus to the wealthy and their political clout. As an explanation, they gave the following. Large differences in income and wealth translate into corresponding disparities in political influence. If they start using their newfound power and connections in every part of their lives, millionaires will quickly find themselves alone. Number 4. Millionaires feel uninspired by their friends' lack of motivation. It's annoying when everyone you know seems content to sit back and wait for life to happen to them, while you are steadily climbing the corporate ladder and closing in on $1 million. You want to give them a good jolt of energy and inspiration so they can share your enthusiasm. However, this is not always the case, and you may feel disheartened when your progress exceeds, but they do not. Those who have already made $1 million seek companions who share their desire and ambition. Number 5. Millionaires get lonely and isolated. Millionaires often find themselves alone because they have gradually lost their social circles. They believe that others only want to take advantage of them financially or otherwise have bad motives. Thus, they choose to get through life alone. They may not know how to act normally among new people, so they may talk about the weather, the global Facebook outage, or whatever else is happening. For some people, keeping friendships going is harder over time. Number 6. Millionaires feel obligated to always foot the bill and it gets exhausted. Have you ever found yourself suddenly surrounded by long-lost acquaintances after coming into some money? It's not uncommon to find yourself footing the bill for cosmetic procedures of somebody as distantly related to you as your mother's uncle's step-niece and your best friend from the first grade's wife. While it's easy to joke about it when you have a lot of money, your friends will often expect you to pay for everything when you go out together. This isn't because they are being greedy, rather, they believe that you can relate to their financial struggles and therefore you are willing to help. You are encouraging your friend's poverty if you keep footing the bill for everything. If you're paying for everything, why should they work? Yes, it's fine to spoil your pals on occasion, but doing so on a regular basis isn't healthy at all. Number 7. Millionaires work all the time. That's how they get their millions. Millionaires put in a lot of effort, a lot of hours, and a lot of hard work, working in order to amass their fortunes. Though they do leave time to have fun, getting ahead requires hard work and time. The earlier you put in the effort, the more time you give the results to compound. As OpenAI CEO Sam Altman put it, hard work compounds like interest. Maintaining friendships while working hard to achieve success can be difficult for those aiming for $1 million. Number 8. Millionaires can be so disconnected from reality, making it tricky to keep friends. Millionaires don't have to worry about things like rising electricity prices, a possible lack of fuel, or running out of toilet paper. But for the rest of us, life is a daily struggle. You are confident in your ability to get necessities on short notice. As the old adage goes, money can't buy you happiness, but it may purchase peace of mind. So when our millionaires' pals are worrying about making ends meet or enrolling their kids in a good school, the millionaire can't fathom the significance of these concerns. The wealth differentials, the differences in wealth between a rich person and others around them, have the most significant consequences on our subconscious, according to Christopher Ryan, author of Civilized to Death: The Price of Progress, as reported by BBC. Number 9. Money guilt is real. This is an unusual dilemma, but it's the case for many multi-millionaires. For them, the concept of money guilt is very real and very difficult to deal with. At this point, we have two possible outcomes. The first scenario is one in which the billionaire goes out of their way to help others in an effort to assuage their guilt. The second scenario is one in which the multi-millionaire does nothing and comes across as a selfish jerk. As a result of the millionaire's inability to deal with his or her remorse, many of his or her friends will abandon him or her at this point. If you find yourself in a similar circumstance, it is highly recommended that you seek professional assistance. Number 10. Millionaires can't do all the fun, expensive things with their poor friends. So now that you have saved up some money, you can finally do some of the exciting things you have always wanted to do. A hot air balloon ride over Cappadocia, a visit to Northern Lights in Norway, and yet no one you know can afford to join you. It's frustrating when they continually saying no when you want to do something fun like go to a theater, a concert, or a comedy show, even though you understand that they can't do these huge adventures with you. The constant rejection of your invitations will drive you to seek out people who are able to join you. Even while you wait to meet your new traveling partners, you can still spend time plotting out your next great journey.